Well, here we go. Part number 4. Who'd have ever thought it? Not me. Okay, more than likely, everybody that's listening here has got some kind of a cell phone, a smartphone of some sort. But if you've got one, say a new Apple iPhone or something like that, say $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000 phone, you might really consider looking into a cheaper phone to take with you. Just for an example, the phone I had prior to the one I'm using now was a pretty dumb phone. It had a few smart features, but most of it was a dumb phone. And I was needing a new one anyway, so I started looking around, and I decided I'd buy one just for the trip. And I bought one off of GearBest. It was $100, and it did everything that I needed for a phone to do while I was over there, and had a dual SIM card, and had all that I needed. So I bought that and took it with me on the trip. And actually, the first time I used it was on the trip. Well, then that's not quite right. I did use it to set it up, but I wasn't using it for my phone because I still had my other phone with me, so it would work for the States. To me, that's a good idea, because if you lose it, you've lost $100. If something happens, it gets broken, you lose it, whatever, it's not a big deal like losing a $1,000 phone. So something you might want to think about, and you definitely want to have a smartphone. For that reason, this is tip number 7. I don't think I mentioned that. And the reason that you want it to be a smartphone is for tip number 8. And tip number 8 is absolutely learn to use Google Maps, and also to use Google itself. Learn at least those 2 features, because while you're over there are going to be times you may be out walking around or just whatever you're doing, and you need to look up something on Google, maybe to see if there's anything close or anything like that. So you want to be able to access Google, but critically you need to be able to access Google Maps, because wherever you are, if you get disoriented, you don't know exactly where you are, as long as you've got cell service, you can find out where you are. If you mark your hotel on a map, you can find exactly, you can tell it to map you how to get back there. It may do some weird things to get you back there. I've had Google Maps tell me to go 100 yards north, turn around, go 100 yards south, and then turn right. It may do some strange things, but it will get you back. So absolutely learn to use Google Maps. Try it out before you go. This is all right now advice on what you need to do before you go, and Google Maps is a big part of it. Okay, tip number 9. Pack light. Do not pack 2 huge suitcases and everything in the world to take with you. If you can buy it over there, more than likely, 1, you can buy it cheaper. 2, you're not having to haul a bunch of stuff around that you may not even need while you're over there. Now, personally, it was just me, so I took 1 carry-on and 1 under the seat bag. And be very sure to look up whatever airline you're taking. That bag can be carried on with you, not checked. Same thing with the one that goes under the seat. Make sure it will fit under the seat. That will save you a lot of time and a lot of hassle and a lot of effort. You can buy shirts, you can buy shorts, you can buy pants, all of it while you're over there. If you want to, you can throw it away whenever you get to the end of your trip. But please don't take a lot of things with you. You just simply don't need to do that at all. Pack as light as you can. Spend the bulk of your time enjoying yourself, not hauling a bunch of luggage around. Tip number 10. This is absolutely critical. I know I've said that on a lot of things here, and all of them are necessary, but this is absolutely critical. You can't forget to do this. You want to let your bank know that you're going out of the country that you're going to Thailand, let your bank know it, let your credit card company know it, anything to do with banking, money, or anything else. Make sure they all know that you're going to be in Thailand or whatever country you're in. Otherwise, you're going to get over there and you find out your debit card doesn't work. You're going to find out your credit card doesn't work, and that can really put you in a bind. So long before you go over there, let all of your financial people that you think you will ever need any access to while you're out of the country, make sure they know that you're going and when you're going. Another good idea is, like on a debit card or even a credit card, if you followed the earlier steps, you've already planned out a lot of what you intend to do, not engraved in stone, but what you intend to do, and you should know pretty much what a daily limit should be. You don't want to have a $5,000 line of credit that you can use on your credit card while you're over there and then lose that card. True, there's all kinds of protections and ordering like that, but even still, it can be a real hassle. Figure out what your limit per day is going to be and ask them to set that limit. I set my debit card at $200 a day. I did just fine with it. So it's another good idea to set limits on it. Okay, tip number 11. Now here's one little bit controversial, at least here in the United States. Europe, Asia, overseas, you see people carrying what they call a bum bag or a hip bag or a shoulder bag, whatever. That will make your life so much easier if you do that. Now here in the States, we're a redneck country if you aren't in New York or LA or something like that. And a guy carrying around a bag, they're going to kid him about carrying a purse. They're going to say that he's gay. All kinds of things. We're idiots over here, unfortunately. But a bum bag, something that goes over your shoulder and is secure, is very, very handy to have over there. You can put so many things in it. You can put your camera, you can put your phone, you can even put your billfold and all, if you've got it very secure to yourself. You don't want to have something in your hand that you might set down, or somebody could come by on a motorcycle and grab from your hand. You don't want to have that happen. Women's purses need to be very carefully taken care of. The same thing goes with a bum bag. And look around. You can find them. You can find them on Amazon. You can buy them while you're over there, but it's handy for the trip too. They will be cheaper if you wait and buy them over there, but they're just so handy. You absolutely do want to do that. All there is to it. Well, I'm hitting about the 10 minutes here. I think I'll go ahead. Let's make it tip number 12. This is going to be just a little bit longer than usual. One thing you want to understand is bank fees, like to do with your debit card, your credit card, anything, and exchange rates. In Thailand, just as a for instance, they use the baht, B-A-H-T, and you need to know what it is. You don't want to get caught in the trap of where it seems like play money. Just for an example, 30 baht is $1, current rate. You can pretty much do that. For Americans, it's very easy to do it in your head. Take whatever that number that it is in baht and multiply it by 3. That's the number of pennies that item is going to cost you. If it's 150 baht, that's 450 pennies. All you gotta do is knock the 2 decimals back and you've got $4.50. If you see something that is 1,500 baht, multiply that by 3, that's 4,500. And that means that's $45. If it's 5,000 baht, that's 15,000 pennies. Knock 2 decimal points off, that's $150. It's easy for Americans to do it, at least right now. Some other countries, it's harder to figure it out in your head. But you really want to pay attention to that, because it does make it very easy when something costs, 150 baht. You think, oh, that's nothing, and it's not that much. $4.50, 1,500 baht, and here you got these big bills, 1,000 baht. It's easy to just let it slip away from you and not realize you're spending quite a bit there. 1,000 baht note, which is very common there. 1,000 baht note is $30. It's not insignificant at all. So understand the exchange rate and understand what it costs you. It's going to cost you a couple of dollars every time you draw some money out using a debit card. Some of the banks will give you your money back. Learn which banks do. Just understand that you're over there and you're converting money. You're taking money out that you're going to get the money back, not in dollars. You're going to get it in baht. So understand that very carefully. That was tip number 12, and unless I come up with something else, that's the end of the things you need to do before you go to Thailand. Starting in video 5, I'll be talking about things that you should and should not do during your trip. So if you're interested, check out part 5 coming up. If you like what I have said, give me a like. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. If you give me a thumbs down and tell me why. If I'm wrong about something, say it in the comments. I do read all the comments. So let me know whether or not I've said something wrong, or if there's something you would like to know. I may make another 1 or 2.5, like say video 4.5, where I kind of spread it out to everybody, some questions, some clarifications and all on the first ones. So if you see one that says like video 4.5, that's not going to be technically anything new. It's going to be going back over the old ones, going back over the comments. And I do appreciate you listening. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. Ring the bell, whatever it takes. And I'm going to quit because I'm approaching 15 minutes and I said limited 10. But thank you everybody, and we will see you in either video 4.5 or video 5.0. Have a good one.